crown a new NXT North American champion at TakeOver 30.
Everyone has placed Io Shirai on an unattainable pedestal.
This is now my division.
I'm inside Io's head. I figured out how to beat her.
Blacked out, pop queen, amphetamine, the screens crashed in the silence.
Oh my! Raquel Gonzalez!
Dakota, you aren't in my head. You just pissed me off.
You're gonna have to explain to the entire wrestling community how you lost to an outsider.
This Saturday at TakeOver, I'm gonna make you my bitch.
Infamy, all false publicity, destruction going viral. Light it up, light it up.
Mr. Lee, I guess we're doing this the hard way. You give me my shot at the NXT Championship, or all of this is on you. TikTok.
I am fine. But a takeover, Cross won't be.
I'm off into the flame.
And now, WWE Supercard presents NXT TakeOver 30.
Welcome to NXT TakeOver 30! And I couldn't be more excited to be joined by WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix and SmackDown's Corey Graves.
Vic, who says you can't go home again? It feels like only yesterday that the NXT universe began here at Full Sail. Here we are, TakeOver 30. I barely slept last night. What are we waiting for? Let's get this thing started.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, Finn Balor!
Balor looking for his 12th TakeOver victory, most in the history of NXT TakeOver. And Beth, Finn Balor said earlier today, everyone is watching the
Everyone
Prince.
certainly is watching the Prince. One man in particular, Timothy Thatcher. Thatcher's grudge was set in motion when he lost his own North American title qualifying matchup when Dexter Lumis wisely took advantage of Thatcher being preoccupied with submitting Finn Balor. Thatcher then took his frustration out on Balor by costing Balor victory in his second chance matchup. That brings us to this match here tonight. Balor taking on Timothy Thatcher. What price will Thatcher pay for ruining Balor's plans?
And Corey, I want to ask you, there's obviously a clash of styles between these two superstars.
Absolutely. Finn Balor is going to rely on his speed, on his finesse. But make no mistake about it, Finn Balor is a highly talented grappler, although he is nowhere near the level of grappling mastery that Timothy Thatcher is.
Well, Thatcher has sent messages with his recent Thatcher Thatchcan videos to Finn Balor himself, but Finn Balor, a superstar, Corey, that will not be intimidated.
For all the accomplishments Finn Balor has had throughout his career, the first ever Universal Heavyweight Champion, I believe this is the best Finn Balor we've ever seen.
His opponent from Sacramento, California, weighing in at 225 pounds, Timothy Thatcher!
Vic, you better correct yourself. It's Thatch as Thatch can style. If Timothy hears you, he might come up and tear a ligament or something.
That's a very good point. And Beth, I want to bring up Timothy Thatcher to you for a moment. we have watched him over the last several weeks on NXT. There's no glitz, there's no glam.
Absolutely, but Thatcher.
Oh, and Finn Balor quickly. And Beth, you had mentioned Finn Balor having his second chance taken away for that North American Championship ladder match by Thatcher. Went right to work, and now Thatcher, Corey, taking Balor right to the mat.
Here we are on the ground. Timothy Thatcher excels in the ground game, but Finn Balor no slouch in his own right. Open hand strikes by Thatcher, looking for an armbar right out of the gate.
And Vicky,
great defense.
Said it, no glitz, no glam, but plenty of submissions and strikes right out of the gate. You could tell the vitriol between these two competitors.
Well, now it's Balor looking for the armbar as well. Thatcher's shoulders down for a moment. Balor able to get the left shoulder up. And are you interested in this strategy early on, Corey, by Balor?
I'm a little surprised that Finn Balor's willing to engage grappling with Timothy Thatcher this early in the matchup, but Finn Balor has no reason for fear. He's a veteran in his own right.
Corey, Balor may be looking at it like a challenge. Like Thatcher is one of the very, very best at submissions and striking. To go toe-to-toe in a grappling position with Thatcher is incredible.
That's a great point, Beth.
Balor right now torquing on the left arm of Thatcher, and Thatcher trying to get away from Balor, doing his best to do so. And again, Thatcher taking Balor to the mat.
Thatcher always looking for another joint that he could grab. Very adept at changing positions and leverage.
Now, Corey, to your point early on, again, Finn Balor out wrestling Thatcher in this moment on the ground.
There aren't too many superstars in NXT or the rest of the world that can lay claim to the fact that they out-wrestled Timothy Thatcher. But Thatcher once again in control. Nice deep front face lock applied.
You see how Thatcher's high up on the toes, just laying the weight and the pressure on Balor.
And notice the positioning of Timothy Thatcher's chin a moment ago. He had his chin right between the shoulder blades of Finn Balor. That's just extra pain.
That's old school, Corey.
No doubt about it. And once again, right into the front face lock.
And you can see the grittiness on the face of Timothy Thatcher, who has now controlled Finn Balor. Sort of weathered the early storm, Corey, of Balor.
Timothy Thatcher, oh my goodness, is a tough human being. Been in many a fight in his day. There's a reason he's, not exactly known for his smile.
And now look at Thatcher. Center of the ring with Finn Balor.
Look at that mug.
And Thatcher again. And this time, Balor up and over goes Thatcher to the floor. And Balor now, Corey, has created a little separation in this match.
You know, Finn Balor never afraid to take a risk, and a kick right to the rib cage.
And Balor now, that aggression stomping away on Thatcher.
Balor accomplished exactly what he set out to do, create space so that he could pounce on Thatcher.
Right now, Thatcher attempting a single leg takedown. Balor very wisely defending. Oh, that's nasty.
See the way Thatcher has that left leg laid across the knee of Balor.
That's agonizing on Finn Balor's knee, on his ankle.
Look at the torque of the left ankle of Finn Balor. You can see Balor writhing in pain. Balor trying to do anything he can to break the hold, but Thatcher cinching in this submission.
It's actually a very smart move by Finn Balor. Covering the nose and mouth of Thatcher, attempting to cut the oxygen intake off.
Let's not forget, in the last several weeks, Finn Balor has been nursing a left knee injury, and Balor able to grab the bottom rope.
That's a risky scenario in and of itself when you're dealing with somebody as dangerous as Timothy Thatcher. If you come in with any sort of weakness, any type of injury, Thatcher has researched and will exploit throughout the match.
Devastating knee right to the side, driving the air out of Balor, and again, Thatcher looking for yet another submission.
Just look how slow and methodical. Thatcher in no hurry.
Thatcher, a scientist of anatomy, truly understanding where every ligament and joint bends to the point of breaking.
Bow and arrow submission in the center of the ring. This could be big trouble for Balor.
And Balor into the cover, and Thatcher able to kick out at 2. But you can see Finn Balor not able to get right back to his feet. So much has been taken out of Balor early on in this match.
And guys, a lot of Balor's best offense involves jumping and running. He can't get that momentum to hit the strikes.
If you take out an opponent's leg, it severely limits any offensive ability for most competitors. Thatcher knows that. Thatcher just wearing Finn down.
And again, Thatcher continuing to ground Finn Balor, but what would a victory do for Timothy Thatcher Graves against Finn Balor at TakeOver, at NXT TakeOver 30?
It would be a measure of revenge because Thatcher feels that Finn lost him the opportunity in the North American title ladder match that we'll see later tonight.
Wow.
Plus, let's be perfectly honest. Timothy Thatcher likes to hurt people.
I can't argue with that, Corey.
Wait a minute. Balor just popped right back up. And Balor now going right to work on Thatcher.
Adrenaline can do amazing things to the human body.
Trying to charge in, taking down Thatcher again, but Thatcher right back into another submission. The Kimura's locked in center of the ring. Is Finn Balor gonna tap out? Balor a long way from the bottom rope.
Balor in severe danger of having his shoulder dislocated any moment now. Thatcher is cranking.
Referee in good position, but Finn Balor now trying to do whatever he can, Beth, to roll over to his stomach to try to get back to his feet.
Balor's best bet in this situation may be to reach for a rope, but Thatcher wisely grabbing that right arm to make that impossible.
Thatcher continuing the joint manipulation, now focusing on the right arm. Look at the strain in the muscles of Finn Balor. And now look at the wrist graves being bent.
The arsenal possessed by Timothy Thatcher is second to none when it comes to submission. Thatcher is just tearing Finn Balor's anatomy apart.
And Thatcher again, another perfectly placed knee to the small of the back.
You get kneed in the lower back like that, Beth, you can attest your legs will go numb. It's hard to maintain any sort of posture, and it'll drive the wind right out of your lungs.
100%, and any amount of time spent in any of these submissions causes strains, sprains.
Ooh! You gotta wonder, you can see Finn Balor trying to get deep breaths right now in the center of the ring, but Graves, with every breath, it has to just hurt Finn Balor.
There's no doubt about it. Thatcher now attempting to secure another submission.
And another knee right to the ribs of Finn Balor.
Balor trying to block the extension. He was holding his own hand, his own arm.
Guys, you can also see the welts starting to form on the body of Finn Balor. The back of Balor turning into beet bright red. And now Thatcher trying to grasp his fingers and does, and another submission.
Double chicken wing, a tremendous amount of pressure on the shoulders of Finn Balor, trying his best to escape.
Balor finally able to counter, shoulders down, and Thatcher able to roll through, but Thatcher did not break the hold.
Thatcher maintaining a vice-like grip on his own hands.
Thatcher goes up, goes over, rolls through to Balor, basement drop kick right into the face. And for Finn Balor now, Corey, couple of deep breaths, try to regroup himself.
This is a pivotal moment. We know the cardiovascular conditioning possessed by Finn Balor, but the same can be said for Thatcher, who's already making his way back to a vertical base.
Balor answering back, so does Thatcher. Both superstars center of the ring. What an opening contest here at NXT TakeOver 30.
We are just getting started. To be perfectly honest, I could watch these two fight all night.
Two athletes in their physical prime.
Oh, again, Balor answering back with a flurry of rights, a flurry of lefts. And Thatcher,
Wow!
Oh, what a kick by Balor.
Balor answers with the overhead kick. Both men are down. We are back at 0.
Thatcher went wobbly in the legs.
You're absolutely right, Beth. There's a chance Finn could have capitalized had he been in better physical condition himself at the moment. Let's take another look. The overhead kick. I don't know that Finn got as much of it as he intended, but certainly enough to rock Thatcher.
You see Balor trying to shake feeling back into his left arm. As Finn Balor charging in once. And now can Balor keep his foot on the gas in this matchup? Charges in a second time.
Balor amping up the aggression.
Balor wanted a sling blade, but Thatcher wouldn't let it happen.
Countered again by a knee, and once again, Thatcher looking for a submission. Balor takes him out, stop to the midsection.
The adrenaline is pumping through Finn Balor's body. Momentum beginning to shift toward the Prince's side.
Thatcher gasping for air after that stomp to the sternum.
Balor trying to hoist up Thatcher. Thatcher, though, able to counter. Balor doing whatever he can to wiggle himself free, and does, but another forearm by Thatcher.
Both of these men jockeying for leverage.
Beautiful counter by Balor. Might have been thinking about 1916, but
both these superstars going around, and now wait a minute. It's an abdominal stretch this time by Finn Balor.
Balor has it cinched in tight.
This is such a valuable maneuver in a scenario like this. Finn Balor has been beaten up. Finn is hurting right now. That allowed him a moment to recover. Here we go.
Balor planting Thatcher into the cover. Hooks the inside leg, and Thatcher this time got the right shoulder up at 2.
An eyelash away from a victory for Finn Balor.
Balor still trying to shake feeling back into his arm. Drop kick, knocks Thatcher into the turnbuckle. And look where Thatcher's at for Finn Balor.
Finn's gonna have to fly a long way. Thatcher disoriented down on the mat. Finn perched up top.
Looking for coup de grace, no one there, but Balor, wait a minute. Balor's left leg. Don't forget what happened early on in the matchup.
Finn has sustained a great deal of damage.
And
Thatcher's going to capitalize.
Realize it now. Thatcher trying to go in, trying to hook another submission on Balor, who's continuing to fight. And the single leg crab is locked in. And Graves looking at the bend in the knee of Finn Balor.
This match is slipping away from Finn second by second.
This looks eerily familiar, guys.
Balor not going to give up. Finn Balor. Oh, is Balor going to tap out? Is Balor going to tap out here in NXT TakeOver 30? Balor gets to the bottom rope.
A last gasp effort pays off in the moment for Finn, but Thatcher continuing the onslaught.
Thatcher one more time. Oh! Hear the kicks.
And you see, Thatcher not for a second letting go of a joint, just going to the arm straight from the ankle.
And Thatcher trying to transition, but Balor this time, swift kick to the ribs.
Finn returning the favor. Boot right to the body of Thatcher.
Got him good with that one.
And Timothy Thatcher connects with a kick. And now Thatcher German suplex. Balor is rocked.
Finn was folded in half by the German suplex delivered by Timothy Thatcher.
That last kick to Thatcher's ribs. Really now for Thatcher.
Well, as hard as Finn strikes with those kicks, doesn't take one to break a rib.
Whoa, wait a minute. Thatcher is again looking to take down Balor. Balor able to counter back into another submission. Roll through, wait a minute, shoulders down. Then able to roll through again with Thatcher, but look at the submission locked in this time by Finn Balor.
Balor now taking his turn to put on this grappling clinic.
The left leg woven in front of Thatcher's left leg to keep the hold at maximum torque.
But Beth, look at Timothy Thatcher trying to break the grip, and Thatcher does, and now bending back the digits of Balor. And that breaks the hold, and again the transition from the upper body back to an ankle lock now. Center of the ring, ankle lock, and look at the face of Timothy Thatcher. Thatcher can sense victory. Balor trying to crawl, trying to do whatever he can, and rolling through. Wait a minute, Balor stomped right to the midsection again.
And once again, somehow, someway, finding the means to stay in this battle.
You can hear Thatcher coughing, gasping, clutching his chest to suck in that air.
But credit to Thatcher, still moving forward. Let's take another look at the beautiful roll through by Balor. And the double stomp to the body of Timothy Thatcher.
Well, Balor looking for a double stomp, but he could be looking for more of the coup de grace. Is now again Balor for the second time in this matchup, scaling all the way to the top rope. Balor looking down on Timothy Thatcher. Balor connects this time, coup de grace.
The coup de grace right to the heart of Timothy Thatcher.
Balor's leg, Balor's left ankle and knee.
Balor struggling to walk.
1916 DDT.
Balor got all of it into the cover, and Finn Balor picks up his 12th NXT TakeOver win.
Here is your winner, Finn Balor!
Graves, you can take nothing away from Timothy Thatcher in that matchup, but what an effort. How about the resiliency of Finn Balor?
It's a testament to why Finn Balor is the Prince of NXT. The will to excel on the big stage of TakeOver. But I assure you, Finn's gonna know he was in a fight tomorrow morning.
Let's take a look at some of this wrestling clinic earlier. Thatcher trying to take advantage of that injured leg, but Balor was able to break the hold earlier on, Vic.
He certainly was, and then Finn Balor would find himself all the way on the top rope. Look at the height, the airtime, and then Balor sticking the landing with that coup de grace.
Driving all the wind out of Timothy Thatcher's body, and just for good measure, the exclamation point. Spiking the grappler in the center of the ring. Another win at TakeOver for Finn Balor.
Well, TakeOver has become synonymous with spectacle, and no one understands the spectacle and pressure with that more than this man. Keith Lee has arrived, and he has brought his Limitless posse. There you see Mia Yim as he heads toward the biggest obstacle of his NXT Championship reign. He'll be facing Karrion Kross later on tonight.
And there you see the Golden Role Models enjoying a little downtime tonight, because tomorrow is going to be no walk in the park as they both defend their championships against the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka.
Well, a lot of gold on Bayley and Sasha Banks, but at one point, Keith Lee had all the gold here in NXT. He relinquished the North American Championship last month, and these 5 superstars will attempt to climb the ladder of success and become champion.
Do you hear that boom from a mile away?
I'll be relinquishing the North American Championship with the caveat that as many people as possible have an opportunity.
5-man ladder match for the title that Keith Lee relinquished. This incredible matchup at TakeOver 30.
Do you smell that smoke through the dirty rain?
Dreams are made of second chances.
Gonna burn this town like a 10-ton train.
I prove to the whole world that I am a player here in NXT.
When the moon turns red and the sky goes black,
The name Damian Priest, it's gonna live forever.
clouds gonna rain down busted glass.
You can't have a takeover without Johnny Takeover.
Ain't no place higher, ain't no place low.
And I'm taking it to the moon!
We're gonna rise up like an army, take this world by storm.
All the stars are out for this match.
Fatal 5-way ladder match to crown a new NXT North American champion.
But there will only be one shooting star climbing that ladder.
Karen Grimes, always at the right place at the right time.
TakeOver 30 will be known as the night Johnny Gargano made history as the first 2-time North American champion.
My first title match. We're talking about championship dream. I'm climbing that ladder. We're talking about the dream. And I'm ripping down that title, becoming the NXT North American champion. It's not just over.
Legacy and infamy waits for no man.
I am the best performer of a generation.
And TakeOver 30
It's dream over.
is the moment I've been waiting for.
It doesn't matter to me because I'm gonna leave with that victory.
Oh, there is the North American Championship. Whom will climb the ladder and become champion?
The following is a ladder match for the NXT North American Championship. Introducing first, from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest.
And Bet Damian Priest said he has been waiting for this
And you
moment.
saw Priest pay homage to his hero Hall of Famer Razor Ramon and Shawn Michaels. And like the bad guy, Priest wants to have his own name etched forever in the record books. Can he do it tonight?
Spoke to Priest earlier today. He said tonight is do or die. He has talked the talk. Tonight he will walk the walk.
And by the end of the night, it could be Damian Priest, who finally has gold around his waist, but there are 4 other superstars just as eager as Damian Priest to find their way up that ladder.
From Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 199 pounds, Johnny Gargano.
And when you talk about NXT TakeOver, you have to talk about Johnny Gargano. No stranger to winning championships. This is his 19th NXT TakeOver event. And Graves, well, you've known Johnny Gargano longer than I have.
An incredibly long time. I competed on the independents with Johnny Gargano. I remember when Johnny first arrived in NXT. However, that is not this Johnny Gargano. This is Johnny Gargano who does things the Gargano way. By any means necessary, at any cost, Johnny will do whatever it takes to win.
Beth, you've heard from Johnny Gargano in the past. Some have called Johnny Gargano Mr. TakeOver.
Johnny Gargano calls himself the hero that NXT deserves. I would argue that's a little bit questionable.
South Australia, weighing at 330 pounds, Bronson Reed!
Bronson Reed making his way to the ring, and Beth, it's a very unique situation for Bronson Reed because his size might be his disadvantage in this ladder match.
Possibly, Vic, but I'm going to tell you, Bronson Reed lately has found his groove, his footing, and with that he truly knows the physics of how to make his weight work for him in this matchup.
Never say never, Vic. Might I remind you who the current Mr. Money in the Bank is on Friday Night SmackDown? Someone who bears a physical resemblance to Bronson Reed. However, I will give Reed the edge in athleticism. I have seen this dude in action. He is the real deal. Moves like a man half his size.
Speaking of athletes, Reed paying homage to Bam Bam Bigelow, another big man, incredible athlete.
North Carolina, weighing in at 220 pounds, Cameron Grimes!
Corey, Cameron Grimes has said he is going to climb the ladder, retrieve the North American title, and take it straight to the moon.
I don't understand much about Cameron Grimes, but I like everything about this dude. Despite the fact he probably came from a rather shallow gene pool, this guy will do whatever it takes to get whatever he wants and take it to the moon. Is there any truth to the rumor, Vic, that Cameron Grimes has a moonshine distillery in his backyard?
I have no comment. NXT TakeOver 30 is presented by WWE SuperCard Season 6. Feel the heat with the brand new SummerSlam 20 cards available right now. Download for free on iOS and Android. You see Gargano taking a look, along with Bronson Reed, high above the ring, that North American Championship.
Velveteen Dream.
Washington, D.C., weighing in at 217 pounds, the Velveteen Dream!
Well, Velveteen Dream has had a much more physical style recently, Beth, and maybe that would play to his advantage in this match.
Absolutely, Vic. He's bringing a new vicious attitude along with those trademark mind games. And if he can pick and choose his spots, he can navigate the minefields. Maybe we'll see Velveteen Dream atop the ladder holding the North American Championship.
Anything is possible tonight. There's a good chance that a few minutes from now we will be declaring Dream over once again. Oh man!
And Damian Priest wasting no time. And now all five men going right at it. And let's not forget the North American Championship was originally decided at TakeOver New Orleans in a six-man ladder match.
In early moments, Damian Priest and Bronson Reed unleashing the heavy artillery. Get out of there, Grimes!
And it's simple to win the ladder match. Climb the ladder, retrieve the championship, and here we go.
We saw these two going at it not long ago in a highly competitive matchup.
Oh, and Dream from behind, just shoving Reed right into Damian Priest, and now Velveteen Dream and Johnny Gargano. And, oh, Famous are connecting. And these ladder matches, Graves, so dangerous.
All 5 superstars in constant peril.
Whoa.
It's a necessity. Ooh. Wow, what a DDT by Dream.
Wow. Oh, super kick, rockin' Reed.
You have to make the most of any opportunity because there won't be many when you've got 4 other superstars with the same exact goal. Grimes sent to the outside.
Only one standing is Velveteen Dream, but as Dream looks up, Dream's got to go retrieve the ladder, set it up, and then climb all the way to the top.
All five of these superstars well aware that to climb to the heavens, they're going to endure hell first.
Velveteen Dream already holding on. You see the left knee, and Cameron. I don't know if that will help Cameron Grimes get to the moon or the North American Championship, but look at Damian Priest now.
Don't take your eyes off the ball, Grimes.
And Grimes right back into the action. And again, he Grimes able to get up. What a kick under the jaw of Damian Priest.
Nice, unique use of that ladder, and now Grimes finds himself the only one in the ring.
And Gargano on the outside holding on to that ladder. Both superstars jockeying for position, but Gargano now with Grimes in his sights.
Johnny now realizing the opportunity is at hand. It's a long way up to the North American Championship.
Gargano wasting no time, but Priest had eyes on him.
Left hand by Johnny rocks Priest, who answers with a kick.
Priest now rocks Gargano. And now Gargano hoisted high above the ring.
Looking for that crucifix bomb.
Whoa.
Wow, that is scary strength. Reed launching Damian Priest. And Bronson Reed now with the opportunity.
Reed looking around and finally got his hands on a ladder, but Velveteen Dream on the outside. And again, just look at the strength.
I don't even think Dream saw that coming.
Yeah, Dream quickly realizing exactly what he's dealing with in the colossal Bronson Reed.
Now Dream quickly setting up the ladder, and so did Damian Priest. Now the race to the top begins. Dream also, could he become a 2-time NXT North American Champion? And Grimes ends the party.
Grimes not wasting much time now, setting up both ladders.
That's an interesting insurance.
Grimes climbing both ladders.
Policy. Or not.
Oh no, oh no!
Oh my, and now Bronson Reed taking out Grimes, but wait a minute!
Reed threw himself directly into harm's way.
Oh!
Bronson avoiding disaster there.
Just for a moment, and again, Priest to the outside, and I mean, you're seeing some early strategies play out this far, Corey, in this matchup.
It's so hard to strategize or plan for a ladder match, particularly when you're involved with 5 superstars in the ring at one time.
Oh, including a superstar the size of Bronson Reed! And Reed willing to destroy himself to destroy Velveteen Dream and Gargano. That's what the North American Championship means to a superstar like Bronson Reed.
300 plus pounds driving that steel into Velveteen Dream and Gargano. Can Reed move quickly here?
How much did it take out of Bronson himself delivering the senton?
Reed moving a little bit slower to your point, Corey.
Big forearm from Cameron Grimes. Oh, wow.
I'll bet you mentioned the size might play into the advantage of Bronson Reed.
It sure is at this moment. Reed, again, understanding the physics of how to use his weight.
Wait a minute, look at Gargano. Gargano trying to climb the ladder was close to the North American Championship.
Could be argued that Johnny's the most agile of all the competitors in this matchup, and here's the power of the colossal one.
Oh, Gargano holding on, able to break free for a moment. Damian Priest again, oh no. Priest looking to take Gargano for the ride, and again, Johnny able to get free.
Nimble Johnny Gargano taking advantage of every situation.
Gargano, Cameron Grimes, and Dream chops down Bronson Reed, and now, a little bit of teamwork in this 5-man ladder match.
It's a necessary union in this environment, but I'd be willing to bet it's not gonna last long.
Bronson Reed has been a force. It looks like these four.
Well, wait a minute. Johnny was calling out the play, and then Gargano tried to get up the ladder.
Had to try it. Work together, get them, okay? Fine.
Reached the temporary accord.
Interesting.
In a ladder match.
But now, guys, take a look at the strategy of Velveteen Dream, Johnny Gargano, and Cameron Grimes beating down the larger two opponents.
Smart strategy. Repeated shots with the ladder to the body of Priest and Reed. Now look at the ruthlessness from Velveteen Dream.
That's that new type of aggression, Beth, you were hinting at earlier about Velveteen Dream.
Wow. Dream's trash talking at an all-time high, but his aggression paying dividends in this.
But again, guys, take a look at what Cameron Grimes, Velveteen Dream, and oh, I spoke a little too soon. That Dream now turning things around.
Dream took a lot out of Cameron Grimes with the last form.
Well, now it seems that it's Velveteen Dream and Johnny. Oh, and again, this time Gargano turns things around on Dream.
Danger is at an all-time high right now.
There is nothing forgiving about that ladder.
Ooh.
A stage dive into the ladders in the corner.
I mean, this quickly is turning into human demolition derby. Oh, no.
Atomic drop.
Bronson Reed taking out the field.
Like a wrecking ball in the corner. Velveteen still precariously perched on the top rope.
Reed sifting through the carnage.
Bronson Reed has wiped out all four of the other competitors, but now Bronson Reed leaving his feet. What is on the mind of Reed in this moment? And quickly again, Corey, we talked about earlier, all the bodies just flying around the ring.
You're not going to get many opportunities. You have to capitalize on it. Any opening, no matter how slight. That's what all five of these guys are trying to do. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, no. Oh!
There's your demolition derby, Vic. Let's take another look at this carnage. Like a car crash at high speed. Bronson Reed taking down everybody.
But guys, there's only one person left standing. That's Johnny Gargano.
And he's moving swiftly toward the prize.
Gargano trying to set up the ladder to retrieve the North American Championship. But Bronson Reed in Gargano's way.
A game of cat and mouse.
A little bit of a game of cat and mouse. You're right, Beth. And again, the strength of Bronson Reed. But now Cameron Grimes. Grimes scaling the ladder. Grimes is up almost near the top.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh.
Ooh, and
Grimes suffering some severe whiplash across the top
that
rope.
speaks to the unpredictability of the ladder.
But now Damian Priest, this could be Priest's opportunity. Is Damian Priest going to retrieve the North American Championship? Priest's fingers are on the gold. Priest reaching up. Damian Priest.
Velveteen preventing Priest from reaching the championship.
Priest, the tallest competitor in this matchup. Wow.
And look at Velveteen Dream wearing out Priest. Now Dream trying to switch gears. And Priest kicking out the feet of Velveteen Dream.
Beautiful maneuver by Damian Priest, the Archer of Infamy, attempting to make the long climb now.
And again, Cameron Grimes trying to get right back into this affair and trying his best to chop down Damian Priest. Priest, though, answering back.
The educated feet of Damian Priest are lethal.
Priest again, that time super kick by Gargano. Might not gotten all of the kick, certainly got enough to rock Priest.
Phenomenal reaction time by Johnny Gargano.
And Dream trying to pick up the scraps. Out goes Gargano, but Dream doesn't see what's behind him.
Maybe it was better that way.
And Bronson Reed now with that ladder. Using it to take out everyone standing in his way, but
Johnny had a great idea in mind, in theory, but not so much execution.
He went for the one final beat DDT with the help of the ladder. Johnny on his feet. And again now using the ropes to his advantage. Dream, however. Stagger did not fall. And Dream now, whoa! And Damian Priest in harm's way. And again, Johnny Gargano, the only superstar standing. Gargano.
Johnny Takeover beginning to shine. Holy cow! What was that?
And Dream off the top rope.
Grimes, no time to celebrate.
And there comes Bronson Reed.
A big fella joining the party. Everybody's down.
The Beast from the East would be proud.
Beth, you talk about Bronson Reed's size early in the matchup. It's certainly paying off now.
It's been the difference maker in this matchup. Take a look at this.
I was hoping it would be in slower motion. It still happened so fast. I'm not entirely even sure what you call that. And then Bronson Reed wants to join the party, takes out Gargano and Velveteen. The intensity is through the roof here at the NXT arena.
There's the Vulture, Cameron Grimes, finding an opportunity.
Well, it's all about opportunity to climb the ladder, to retrieve the North American Championship. And Cameron Grimes could be moments away from calling himself champion. And Damian Priest.
It wasn't fancy, just effective.
Oh, what is on Priest's mind?
We're gonna find out any second, Vic.
Damian Priest!
Running up the ladder, sacrificing his own well-being.
The wreckage here at NXT TakeOver 30. Beth, take a look.
Unbelievable height, wrist. Just incredible, took my breath away.
It achieved the desired result for Damian Priest. However, everyone needs to realize Cameron Grimes
is Candice LeRae coming down to check out her husband, but Cameron Grimes has set up the ladder. Grimes is scaling the ladder. Fingertips on the championship, and then there's Candice LeRae.
Maybe Candice just wants directions to the moon.
And this is all legal, guys.
What are you doing? Hey, get out! Hey, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be in here!
Oh! And Candice LeRae taking out Cameron Grimes. LeRae.
Oh my God! Right to the face of Cameron Grimes. Gargano coming to the aid of Candice LeRae.
She might have a plan here.
And this is all legal. There's no disqualification.
Well, there's not. And Candice LeRae helping out her husband.
That's a ride or die for you.
Is this the Johnny Gargano way here at NXT TakeOver 30?
LeRae has just bought Johnny Gargano a whole heck of a lot of time.
Precious moments now for Gargano to set up the ladder. Johnny's looking up. Johnny's looking to become the first ever two-time NXT North American champion.
Bronson slowly re-entering the fray.
Gargano's to the top. Johnny not. Oh, man. Gargano just saw Bronson Reed. And look at Reed. And now it's Bronson Reed inches away. Reed reaching up.
I hope this ladder's reinforced.
Ooh. Gargano crashing hard down to the mat.
Oh, no.
And once again, Bronson Reed. Reed's going to get the championship, but again, it's Candice LeRae. LeRae swatting away the title.
Uh-oh.
LeRae keeping the title away. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no!
Someone call the medics. The Wednesday night's been squashed.
All the way from the top. I can't believe that, Corey.
It is unbelievable, immeasurable impact. Bronson Reed from way atop the ladder with Candice LeRae, Johnny's beloved wife, on his back. My goodness, talk about insult and injury.
They've got each other, Graves. And
yeah, but could Bronson Reed reach up? Could Bronson Reed be the new North American champion? Reed climbing. Rung by rung. Reed almost to the top.
Damian Priest trying to give chase, but Bronson Reed just fingertips away.
Reed is so close, and Cameron Grimes on an even bigger ladder.
What is Grimes thinking?
I've been asking myself that question all day.
Oh! Well, Bronson Reed realizing where Cameron Grimes was. And now, wait a minute. Grimes got knocked, but Grimes sets a balance. Able to knock off Damian Priest. Cameron Grimes going to win the championship. Grimes all the way at the top. Whoa! Whoa!
Dream got his leg caught.
What a kick, and Dream getting all tangled into that steel ladder.
And now Grimes struggling to set it back up.
Cameron Grimes looking to get a little creative.
Whoa! Right hand by Velveteen Dream, and at this point, Corey, I mean, you just got to hit anything that moves.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Vic. This deep into the matchup, everybody feeling the effects, everybody's body's racked with pain. You have to make the most of any potential scenario.
I mean, every square inch of the ring is virtually covered in twisted steel.
Dream delivering a sharp forearm to Cameron Grimes.
Well, Velveteen Dream also has constructed his, a little bit of maybe mayhem here on the outside with these ladders, and now Dream setting up that huge ladder. All 5 of these superstars trying to accomplish one thing, but for Velveteen Dream, he now is looking down on the Cameron Grimes. Dream, what?
Oh my God!
Dream realizes
Grab
he
it,
becomes
Dream.
champion. Velveteen Dream's at the top. Dream is right there.
He's certainly not the brightest star in the sky.
Oh, and Damian Priest. Dream up there. Now Dream takes a fall. Priest now reaching up. Is Damian Priest about to become the new North American champion of Bronson Reed?
You gotta respect the tenacity of all of these individuals.
Oh, the strength of Damian Priest with that choke slam on the ladder. And now Damian Priest Graves has set his eyes on the championship. Wait a minute!
Cave-in!
Running double stomp.
The cave-in by Cameron Grimes.
Oh no!
Is this Grimes' moment? Is this Cameron Grimes' takeover
We'll
moment?
never hear the end of it.
Cameron Grimes, is Grimes headed to the moon?
Grimes,
I gotta find a pickup truck and get to the after party. This is gonna be a big night for Grimes.
Cameron Grimes all the way at the top. Just inches away from the championship, if not for Johnny Gargano.
Be able to buy Grandma a new spittoon.
And Gargano able to duck one kick. Now Gargano trying to navigate his way to the top.
Oh!
Gargano might have done as much damage to himself as he did Cameron Grimes, but Cameron Grimes might have just been wiped out of the equation.
Cameron Grimes is broken, period. Look at this once again. High risk. Crushing impact. Johnny driving the spine of Cameron Grimes into the unforgiving ladder.
guys, this has been absolute carnage.
And it's only gonna get worse, Beth.
Boy. Gargano somehow recovering from being squashed by Bronson Reed and LeRae earlier.
Damian Priest gets caught. Gargano able to light up Priest for a moment. Oh no, wait a minute. Oh, super kick by Velveteen Dream this time. And Dream taken out. Bodies continuing to fly everywhere. And I think Johnny was looking for that one final beat DDT. Dream had it countered.
Dream's got other plans.
Oh, no.
And Dream driving Gargano into Damian Priest.
I wonder if that's the first time in Johnny's career he's been used as a weapon.
The Dream Valley driver might have just sent Velveteen Dream up the ladder. Dream, can he become the first ever two-time North American champion?
Bronson Reed is stirring.
And Velveteen Dream is climbing. Dream all the way to the top. He's reaching up. He was fingertips away earlier, and now Dream's got the championship. Whoa!
What the hell just happened?
Where did Dream go? Nonetheless, Bronson Reed. Reed's got to climb. Climb the ladder, Bronson. Retrieve the title. Bronson Reed almost to the top. Reed to your left, live action. He's reaching up for the championship. And Cameron Grimes just chucked the ladder.
I can't believe Cameron Grimes has the ability to walk, let alone throw ladders. And now an opportunity. It could be a good night in Carolina.
Grimes could be going to the moon. Run by run. Cameron Grimes climbing. Grimes has his left hand on the title. We're going to have a new champion. And Gargano stopping Grimes just in the nick of time. And now, whoa.
Gargano trying to use it as a weapon.
Oh, certainly did connect that time to Cameron. And Gargano's there. Johnny Gargano's going to retrieve the title. Gargano. Oh. Grimes with Gargano by the throat. Oh.
Priest with a grip on Johnny.
The title's free. Both superstars now jockeying for position. Gargano's got the title. Priest got the title. Gargano teetering. Gargano, he's fallen. Damian Priest has done it. Damian Priest is champion.
Here is your winner and new NXT North American Champion, Damian Priest.
If he wants to live forever, the Archer of Infamy just took the first step. The new NXT North American Champion.
You have to hand it to all of these competitors when you talk about a matchup that will be spoken about for generations, inspire other performers. This was it. Let's take a look at some big moments from this amazing matchup. Take a look at this. Bronson Reed with Candice LeRae perched across his back, crushing the body of Johnny Gargano, Vic.
That certainly did. And then take a look right here. Johnny Gargano up and over. I mean, we called it Human Demolition Derby. It certainly lived up to that billing.
No doubt about it. Just when victory was in the grasp of the Velveteen Dream, he gets launched back into orbit through some tables on the outside.
And then in the end, both superstars, Damian Priest, Gargano, jockeying for that championship. Gargano not able to hold on. And as you mentioned, Corey, Damian Priest wants to live forever. It's Damian Priest who has now immortalized himself as the North American Champion.
He is awake. He wants something that Braun has.
I am more than a man. I am the thing that nightmares are made of.
The monster, Braun Strowman. The diabolical fiend, Bray Wyatt. In a Falls Count Anywhere match for the WWE Universal Championship. WWE SummerSlam. You'll never see it coming.
You're listening to Moth into Flame by the legendary Metallica from the album Hardwired to Self-Destruct, an NXT Loud theme song for NXT TakeOver 30, available right now on Apple Music and Spotify.
And guys, we have been waiting for this matchup. It has been all over social media. 2 years in the making, and time for talk is now over. Adam Cole, Pat McAfee are going to square off one-on-one here at NXT TakeOver 30.
We turn our attention now to the WWE and our very own Pat McAfee.
Adam Cole. You and I have had moments. You sound a little soft, Adam Cole.
Really? Coming from a punter. Are you kidding me? Shut up, Pat!
There is a lot of buzz about you because you have all these accolades. That has to feel pretty cool.
I look at our roster and to think that I'm the king of that brand is pretty cool. Oh. So you have an argument to that?
The Undisputed Era is the main reason why you've succeeded. But by the way, smart, especially for you, because you're kind of small.
Oh, we're gonna go with the size thing now.
Seriously, I'm sick of your You're gonna continue to disrespect me. Don't touch me.
Whoa! What the is wrong with that guy?
We got a chance to talk about our misunderstanding. It came to a head. You know, I'm mature, unlike how Adam looked in my studio. And listen, I know he can be a little fiery, you know, and he has a little bit of a short temper and all that stuff. I mean, I'm crushing.
At that moment in time, my mind was made up to put an end to this charade that is Pat McAfee.
Pat! How about you do something about it? Do something
Meanwhile,
about it!
Kyle O'Reilly, distracted by what's going on. Imperium retains the tag team title.
Nothing is ever going to change. That for the rest of your life, you're going to be a tiny, itty-bitty, short, little...
Made up.
All it takes is one bang. Night, night, baby.
Triple H is going to make an exclusive announcement live on Get Up.
NXT TakeOver 30. Pat McAfee, Adam Cole, if Pat has the guts to say yes.
I accept the challenge for sure. And this guy right here, bang! I'm gonna walk in there, beat his ass.
Hey, Pat McAfee!
You want to come to my world and play wrestler. But don't you forget, you kicked me with my arms behind my back. You are not special. Guess who's back?
And I'm gonna dance on the grave of the entire fucking NXT.
And at TakeOver 30, it's gonna end with one swing of this foot. Bang!
I'm gonna make you my bitch.
And that, actually, I think it's undisputed.
Take the photo, pal.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing the Undisputed Era, Adam Cole!
Look at the king of this brand. Pat McAfee does not belong. He will never belong. Unless...
Well, you heard Adam Cole talking about it being game time. Beth Known has been a better big match player in NXT than Adam Cole.
Adam Cole, of course, has drawn comparisons to young Shawn Michaels. He talks the talk, but when given the opportunity, Adam Cole always walks the walk.
Consummate pro in every aspect of the word. This rivalry has gotten insanely heated in a hurry. I cannot wait to see what's in store.
Cole, who said he's been disrespected for 2 years. He's heard all the short jokes. He's been waiting for this moment to shut the mouth of Pat McAfee.
No more running your mouth now, Pat. Let's go.
Hello, Stooges. Pat McAfee speaking. Let's go, boys. Have a good one. I'll see you up there. I've kicked off Super Bowls. I've sold out buildings across this great country. But tonight is years in the making. In Wakey, this one's gonna end quick. With one kick from the strongest leg in the history of humans and the history of legs in general. Let's do the damn thing. Hit my music.
Intense look in the eyes of Adam Cole, and never short on words, the brash Pat McAfee.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, by way of Indianapolis, weighing at 240 pounds, Pat McAfee!
Beth, I know you've been very critical of some of the things that Pat McAfee has said over the past several weeks.
First of all, let's be clear. Pat McAfee is a world-class athlete, but let's be blunt. Look who's here, and look at the shirts he's wearing. Pat McAfee's also a world-class jerk. I mean, what makes him think he's just gonna walk in here, waltz in here with Adam Cole, an athlete of the caliber of Adam Cole, and be able to compete?
Because everything Pat McAfee has set his mind to in his life, he's excelled at.
Well, Pat McAfee has called himself next level. And Beth predicted tonight it ends with one swing of his own foot. Notice McAfee didn't come alone though, Graves.
Darius Butler, AJ Hawk, Nick Moraldo, world-class table tennis enthusiast.
Hey, go. Hey, this is your nightmare. This is your nightmare.
Well, here we go. Time for talk is over, but the trash talking is continuing.
Yeah, when you're talking about Pat McAfee, the time for talk is never over, Vic.
Apparently it's time to flex, too.
Listen, there's been no secret. Pat McAfee's been training incredibly hard for the past several weeks for this matchup. That said, you cannot substitute for the experience possessed by Adam Cole.
Several weeks, Corey. Let's be clear. Adam Cole's been wrestling since he was 18 years old. Over a decade of experience.
I agree, Beth, but you have to look at Pat McAfee's history, his accolades. He's been in the Pro Bowl. He's been an All-Pro. Everything Pat McAfee has set his mind to, he has done on another level. This could be the next in a series of great accomplishments.
Well, that is true, but Pat McAfee's got to know that this isn't the Super Bowl. This is NXT TakeOver.
Oh.
On McAfee this time. Oh, wait a minute. There was almost one swing of Cole's foot that ended this match.
There was a reality check for Pat McAfee.
There's no timeouts in NXT, Pat. No water breaks. Come on.
And McAfee right back in, and now McAfee turning things around on Adam Cole. You mentioned the training that Pat McAfee has gone through. He's been very vocal on posting it on social media, Graves, all over the place.
Pat McAfee doesn't do anything at less than 110%. That includes his first ever match in an NXT ring. Boom!
Whoa.
Big tackle by McAfee.
And the trash talk continuing. And now Pat McAfee has the boy, and again, McAfee getting out of dodge. Well, McAfee certainly did his homework on Adam Cole.
No doubt about it. McAfee is a very highly intelligent human being. It's going to translate into the ring.
He's quick to huddle with his posse.
I think you're starting to realize that I'm a better human than you. And that, my friends, is your experience.
Mocking the Undisputed Era.
The disrespect continues.
Well, Cole, look at it. Wait a minute. There's the Undisputed Era now.
This thing could pop off in a hurry. Sure. William Regal had extra security standing by, knowing this is a volatile situation.
This is getting heated.
Beth, this thing's about to blow up. Oh my God!
And Pat McAfee just wiped out everyone.
How is this for not belonging in the NXT world? Ladies and gentlemen, McAfee sacrificing his own body with a beautiful swanton, taking down everybody.
I am stunned at what we just saw.
Are you starting to believe yet?
I'm still not convinced, Graves, but that was impressive. Let's be real.
Listen, years ago in NXT, a man walked through the doors from the NFL and nobody respected him, said, you only got here because of what you did on the football field. Through hard work and attitude, that guy now runs Friday Night SmackDown. King Corbin, who, by the way, happened to be roommates with Pat McAfee. Start believing.
Well, Pat McAfee now stomping away on Adam Cole. McAfee.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves, Graves. This is night one for Pat McAfee.
Pat McAfee's better on his night one than just about anybody I've ever seen on their night one.
And look at McAfee now. And look at the chest of Adam Cole starting to turn red.
And don't lose sight of the fact this is Adam freaking Cole we're talking about. This isn't some low-level beginner. This is one of the longest reigning champions in the company's history.
The longest reigning NXT champion in the company's history. And McAfee winding up and dropping Cole.
Well, let's hope that McAfee doesn't get overconfident.
So far, Beth, Pat McAfee's confidence has been his best weapon. That was a warning shot.
But Graves, Pat McAfee can't get overconfident in this matchup.
Oh, you're right, with a veteran like Adam Cole, any mistake will be capitalized upon.
2 weeks,
But right now, McAfee talking smack and backing it up.
Reminding Cole that it only took him 2 weeks, and now McAfee showcasing strength.
Wow.
And planting Adam Cole center of the ring. McAfee into the cover, hook of the leg, and quickly Adam Cole kicking out, and right on top of Adam Cole goes Pat McAfee.
This is brilliant. McAfee is excelling beyond his years. He's got no experience in this ring, basically, and he is doing phenomenally right now.
I hate to agree with you in this situation, but McAfee has been nothing short of that impressive.
Ooh.
Adam Cole trying to fight his way back into this one.
What? It's the 3rd time you did that. No. Right in front of my eyes. You better knock it off, all right? That is not a rule. It is a rule. Yeah, I'm the referee. You better respect.
Oh, this is the NFL. You can't talk trash to the NXT officials. And McAfee, though, right back on top of Adam Cole.
McAfee certainly did his homework on bending the rules. I've seen a couple of handfuls of hair.
Listen, Beth, Pat McAfee's got a lot of friends. Can teach him a few tips and tricks here and there.
Let's not count out Adam Cole.
Well, Cole almost on cue. Beth starting to fire back to the midsection. Swinging wildly. And what a drop kick by McAfee. I mean, Beth, are you stunned?
I'm stunned. I'm not surprised. Pat McAfee is in the best shape of his life. But
well, are you stunned or are you not surprised? Make up your mind.
I'm not taking anything away from the athlete that McAfee is, but you cannot substitute for experience.
Cole is in the danger zone right now. All it takes is one swing of Pat McAfee's foot, and it's lights out.
I was born for this.
And McAfee stalking Adam Cole. Oh! And Cole answering back.
Maybe Pat getting a little too big for his britches in this instance.
And this is what Adam Cole's been waiting for. They go toe-to-toe with Pat McAfee. They're slugging it out.
It's a hockey fight.
Oh!
And this is what I was talking about. Adam Cole at his best.
Now it's really a hockey fight.
That slap might have woken up Adam Cole. And Cole now just planning with that pump kick. Pat McAfee.
Cole thinking about all the disparaging comments McAfee has made over the last several weeks.
And now it's Adam Cole just stomping away on Pat McAfee.
And the pendulum has swung in favor of Adam Cole.
It certainly has, and all that pent-up frustration over the last 2 years that's been inside Adam Cole starting to come out now here against McAfee at NXT TakeOver 30.
McAfee feeling that he may be in over his head. Uh-oh.
Up goes McAfee, and Cole planting McAfee center of the ring. This has got to be it. Cole into the cover, and McAfee kicking out.
That was unbelievable. Let's take one more look at this impact high on the neck of Pat McAfee. And I can't believe McAfee was able to kick out.
Well, Beth, how about the facial expression of Adam Cole after the kick out? Almost had a smirk come across his face.
And now Cole adding a little bit of,
Able to evade it, rolls him up, cover. McAfee nearly stole the win right there.
Whoa!
Oh, that's got to do it.
The cover goes Cole. Hook of the leg, that's got to be it. And again, Pat McAfee McAfee kicks
Adam
out.
Cole is stunned. To be honest,
I think it's safe to admit that at this point, Adam Cole underestimated Pat McAfee, just like everybody did. I don't know that McAfee knows what state he's in right now, but he's still in the match.
You cannot take away from everything that McAfee has brought to the table tonight.
McAfee said he was going to shut up the haters, silence the doubters, and so far has made great progress, but Adam Cole continues to pour on the pressure.
Oh, and almost out of desperation, Pat McAfee lunging to knock Adam Cole off the top rope.
It was a smart move. It was desperate. Absolutely. Did it achieve the desired result? You're damn right.
Cole is hurting.
No. Okay, now wait a minute. Now,
Wow.
this is an ill-advised decision, Pat. McAfee's getting maybe a little... Oh, I don't see this ending well.
But Adam Cole turning things around now. McAfee starting to fight back as well. Both superstars teetering on the top rope.
What?
What did McAfee just landed on his feet? Cole in disbelief.
Oh my
McAfee
God!
right back into it. McAfee hooked Cole from the top rope. McAfee superplex.
Gods be good.
This is going to be the biggest
McAfee's
upset
gonna do
in
it.
NXT history. Cole kicked out. Oh, that was close. Oh my God.
We're about to see it again, and I still don't know that I'm going to believe it. But watch this athleticism from Pat McAfee. Landing flush on his feet, and then in one leap, all the way to the top rope before delivering a picture-perfect superplex to Adam Cole.
How in the world did that just happen?
It's one thing to not look like a fool on your first night if you're Pat McAfee. It's another to do stuff that is next level, but that's what McAfee promised.
Whoa, wait a minute, look at Pat McAfee. McAfee eyeing up Adam Cole, much like we saw on NXT. Cole just got out of the way, but McAfee's right foot into the steel steps.
As hard as Pat kicks, he might have just shattered his own
The
foot.
steel steps completely shifted.
And you can see the look in Adam Cole's eyes, like a shark with blood in the water.
And you can hear the pain coming through from Pat McAfee.
Not a ton of protection from that footwear McAfee's wearing.
And Cole now, wait a minute. Cole, goes down low, back to the injured leg. And now looking for the figure four. Cole looking for the figure four.
This is brilliant.
McAfee trying to block the figure four, but now Cole has it cinched in, and it's Pat McAfee going to tap out.
Adam Cole capitalizing on McAfee's self-inflicted injury. Shoulders were down for a moment. McAfee's got to be fading.
And Cole talking trash now. Right back to Pat McAfee. McAfee got his shoulders up at one. The pain. And now McAfee trying to roll over Adam Cole.
Pressure was reversed for a moment, but Cole continued the momentum.
And that's what 12 years in the... Pat McAfee to the bottom rope.
McAfee definitely studying that rule book.
And I can't believe Pat McAfee, foot into the steel steps, was able to hold his own, I guess, and find a way to get free bet from the figure four, as you mentioned, to the bottom
But
rope.
he was in that figure four an awful long time, doing more damage to that foot and shin bone.
Yeah, McAfee finding out a lot about himself right now.
You little punk.
McAfee being defiant, and Adam Cole now putting the boots to McAfee. Cole's got to be careful not to get himself disqualified. Right back. Oh, wait a minute.
A low kick.
The referee did not see the low kick by McAfee. And now McAfee laying out Cole center of the ring.
This is going to be the biggest upset in NXT history. Here it comes.
No.
McAfee.
Touchback.
With one swing of his foot, might have just put out Adam Cole. You gotta be kidding. No. Cole kicked
McAfee in shock, and understandably so. Clearly in agony. Pat connecting with what he was looking for. Oh, the punt kick right in the chest of Adam Cole.
Gotta wonder how much damage was done to the foot when he kicked the steel steps, that being Pat McAfee before delivering that huge punt just moments
Let's
ago.
not forget how he got in that situation. The low blow to Adam Cole behind the referee's back.
Corey, I asked this about Pat McAfee, only 2 weeks to train. What could he have left in his arsenal?
I have no idea. McAfee's blown my mind the entire night.
We might be about to find out, guys.
McAfee with his sights set on Adam Cole. And Cole with a super kick.
Pat was looking for the Hail Mary, and it did not pay off.
Now look at the focus on the face of Adam Cole.
Get up, Pat! Get up! I want you to watch me beat you! Get up! I told you I was gonna shut your big, stupid mouth.
What's that? Corey, what's on the mind of Adam Cole? Cole now.
Adam Cole promised to shut McAfee's mouth once and for all.
Cole certainly did. And now Cole looking to put the exclamation point on this matchup. Looking for the Panama City Sunrise. Cole got all of it into the cover. Adam Cole picks up the win.
Here is your winner, Adam Cole!
What a match. For all intents and purposes, Pat McAfee had no business doing what he did tonight. But from the look in Adam Cole's eyes, even Cole's beginning to believe.
Well, guys, let's take a look at some of the highlights from this unbelievable display. I mean, check out this moment right here. Pat McAfee blowing on minds.
Throwing caution to the wind, taking out everyone in the way. And Pat wasn't done thrilling us yet.
He certainly was not. As out of nowhere, this drop kick from Pat McAfee, which really was showcasing his offense until Corey.
Things went south. McAfee looking for the big payoff kick. Connects with the steel ring stairs instead, much to his own detriment. And this is where Adam Cole excelled.
Cole laying on the pain on that damaged foot, but Pat McAfee would not quit.
McAfee then would look for that punt, connected right into the chest of Adam Cole. And, well, I think the NXT UK Universe thought it was the biggest upset in NXT history, but Cole would kick out and continue to fight.
The whole NXT Universe and beyond saw the same thing, Vic. And there it is. That was what Adam Cole was looking for. The Panama City Sunrise spiking Pat McAfee. But let's be honest, everybody. It was a hell of a night for the brand, but Adam Cole remains undisputed.
He certainly does, and Adam Cole, Corey, picks up the victory tonight for the brand, that being NXT. What a matchup here at NXT TakeOver 30.
Talofa, I'm Samoa Joe, and when I'm not punishing my opponents unmercifully in the middle of the ring, I like to play a little WWE Supercard. As a matter of fact, today, I'm relaxing and I'm celebrating the launch of the new SummerSlam 20 cards. And as for our good friend Shinsuke Nakamura, well, I'm about to make him go night-night. I lost? How is this possible? I don't lose. Play WWE Supercard today and collect all the new SummerSlam cards. It's the ultimate card showdown.
Tonight only. Save 20% off championship titles and 40% off tees. Only at WWEshop.com.
Well, Graves, you said it earlier. Who says you can't go home? We are at Full Sail University for NXT TakeOver 30, the site of the first ever NXT TakeOver, which took place back on May 29th, 2014. And who says you can't go home? We are welcoming back a former NXT champion, the current WWE champion, Drew McIntyre.
Oh yeah, I got my title with me, but unlike Bayley and Sasha down there, it's not about me tonight. It's about NXT. It's about NXT TakeOver.
Well, we thank you for joining us. You know, you got a big match tomorrow at SummerSlam taking on Randy Orton.
Yeah, well, I could talk, but we don't have all night. Randy Orton's a piece of crap. He's a very talented piece of crap. He deserves his arse kicked. Drew McIntyre's going to kick his arse in the Thunderdome.
I can't wait to see that. I need a pick right now as a former NXT champion. Keith Lee or Karrion Kross?
Put me on the spot. I'm going to go with Keith Lee.
Keith Lee, will he be able to retain his NXT championship here tonight?
Don't let me down.
Because as you can see, Karrion Kross is warming up. Are the sands of time ticking away on the championship reign of Keith Lee? We find out tonight at our NXT championship main event.
It's not the only championship yet to be decided. The NXT Women's Championship is on the line in moments. Can Io Shirai successfully defend her championship, or will Dakota Kai be the one to dethrone Io, especially when you factor Raquel Gonzalez into the match?
Everyone has placed Io Shirai on this unattainable pedestal. She's so great. She's untouchable. She's the best.
Shirai solidifying her status as the best on the planet.
Yeah, right. I changed that.
Oh my God! Blindsided by Dakota Kai!
I'll let you guys in on a little secret. The best path to success is getting inside your opponent's head.
Dakota, you just pissed me off. ダコタカイはさも自分がビッグスターかのように振る舞ってるけど、あいつが友達のティーガンノックスを裏切るまで誰もダコタカイっていうあいつは人を利用してポイ捨てしてるだけ。キャンディス・ラレイ、ティーガンノックス。
I've done everything on my own to get to where I am right now. I don't need friends, enemies, or insurance policies.
私は今のダコタカイを見ててもシェイナ・ベイズラーを恐れてた可愛い女の子にしか見えないんで、シェイナ・ベイズラーを恐れていたようにテイクオーバーが終わった後にはこの私のことを恐れるだろう。ダコタの本来の自分。
Hey, Io! Hear me out. It's gonna feel so good when I kick you in the face. Over and over and over.
Dakota Kai has said enough.
And Shirai going right at the #1 contender.
Dakota Kai is on the run.
Oh, what the hell? That's Raquel Gonzalez!
This has been Dakota Kai's plan since day one.
Can the genius of the sky overcome Dakota and her devastating backup?
At TakeOver 30, your captain becomes new NXT Women's Champion.
Well, there you see Dakota Kai with her insurance policy. Is Dakota Kai on the verge of becoming the new NXT Women's Champion? Because Dakota Kai certainly is a rising star in WWE Supercard with over 160,000 cards collected since she debuted just a season ago. She's a fierce competitor with incredible toughness and speed stats. Corey, she's going to need the speed and the toughness here tonight.
You can't underestimate the mind games of Dakota Kai. This was all a well-laid trap, and tonight she could reach the top of the mountain.
But Beth, we are looking at a very angry NXT Women's Champion, but in your opinion, is her title in jeopardy here tonight?
That's very possible, Vic. We've never quite seen a superstar as graceful and dangerous as Io Shirai, but Shirai is a challenge with Dakota Kai tonight and Raquel Gonzalez in her corner.
Well, Io Shirai also joined Dakota Kai in Season 5 of WWE Supercard. Io Shirai's edge is her charisma, and she has over 300,000 cards collected since her debut. What a championship matchup we are set for here tonight. And there is no love lost between champion and challenger heading into this showdown here at NXT TakeOver 30.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT Women's Championship! Introducing the challenger, accompanied by Raquel Gonzalez from Auckland, New Zealand, Dakota Kai! And her opponent, from Tokyo, Japan, she is the NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai!
Well, Shirai has her work cut out for her tonight. And Beth, during your time as women's champion in WWE, how did you block out the X Factor, whoever was on the outside, in tonight's case, that being Raquel?
That's such a challenge, Vic, because you have to keep all your focus on the person in the ring. This is a carefully laid out plan by Dakota Kai. She brought her insurance policy, and I think that she's... Whoa!
Oh! It's no insurance policy needed. Shirai going right at Dakota Kai. And let's not forget, Beth, Io said she wanted to hurt Kai here tonight.
Shirai certainly has retribution on her mind.
Ooh. Now Dakota Kai turning things around.
This could all be part of the mind games of Dakota Kai. She's gotten Io Shirai so angry, so flustered, that Io is much more likely to make a mistake. If that happens, Dakota Kai is leaving here with the championship.
And Dakota Kai gets caught, and Io Shirai now turning things right back around.
Wow!
Whoa!
Oh!
Ooh!
Io landed rough on that one.
And Shirai might have baited in Dakota Kai for just a moment.
Dragon screw, very effective, but I think Io might have rung her own bell.
Well, back to Io Shirai. She called Dakota Kai a scared little girl heading into this championship
Shirai
match.
refusing to be rattled by what Dakota Kai has called psychological warfare coming into this matchup. Shirai oozing confidence. It's that confidence that has brought her thus far.
And obviously Shirai with the champion's advantage, and there is the insurance policy.
The brick wall of a woman, Raquel Gonzalez.
And it's already paying dividends as Shirai into the ring post. And Dakota Kai has to have the champion, that being Io Shirai, back in the win. Title only changes hands on pinfall or submission.
Of course, but it looked as though Io made some serious contact in the bicep area. Cover here by Dakota.
For the title, and Io Shirai able to kick out at 2.
Kai moving quickly, looking to take advantage, and now staying on Shirai.
You know, Corey brought up a great point earlier, Beth, about the mindset of Dakota Kai, who said she's already won a little bit of the battle here tonight because she has gotten in the mind of Dakota Kai. Would you agree with that?
I would say that Dakota Kai has finally found a way that she could be never underestimated again, never pushed aside. And she has brought that into the ring today, and it looks to be throwing Io Shirai off her game.
And we've already seen, as we mentioned, Gonzalez on the outside. Dakota Kai, Beth, time and time again has said she has done it all by herself. Well, that's not really the case.
That's an absolute lie. Dakota Kai has done nothing but ambush Io Shirai, set her up, and try to lay the dominoes in her favor.
And Shirai, whoa! Throwing Dakota Kai, taken out and boom! What a kick! But Graves, thus far, Dakota Kai's plan has worked to perfection, whether you like it or not.
Dakota has been one step ahead of the champion for the duration of this matchup, and look at this. This is painful.
Kai using every bit of that 5 count.
That's smart. Maximize the damage within the rules.
And much like we saw a couple weeks ago, kick to the face, into the cover, new champion, and a kick out again by the champion, Io Shirai.
Io still favoring her elbow that was forced into the ring post a few moments ago after the encounter with Raquel Gonzalez.
Dakota Kai, this is just a new side of Dakota Kai, so desperately wants to become champion. And Beth, you've witnessed the evolution of Kai firsthand.
I saw Dakota Kai come into the Mae Young Classic, a fresh young face.
Cover.
This is a very different Dakota Kai. She's not looking outward. She's not worried about making friends. She's only worried about herself.
And that is the mindset of a champion, Beth. Dakota Kai is here in a high-profile match at NXT TakeOver 30. She's not the same young girl that came here looking for opportunity. Dakota's ready to take what she wants.
I would agree, Corey, but Dakota Kai is also a user. She's got Raquel Gonzalez in her corner to do her bidding.
Well, that's the old saying, what good are friends if you can't use them?
Trending Dakota Kai into the cover, hook of the leg, and Shirai again kicking out. And take a look, trending right now, NXT TakeOver. And are we going to see a new women's champion here at NXT TakeOver 30? And Dakota Kai, as we mentioned, whether you like the new attitude or not, has certainly made it work into her favor, has found herself in a championship opportunity, has used Raquel Gonzalez here tonight, and is systematically, Corey, picking apart the champion here tonight.
Dakota Kai doing her best to hyperextend the elbow of Io Shirai.
You see Kai using that knee brace from that surgically repaired right knee to lay pressure on.
Oh, whoa, another cover, titles on the line, and another kick out by the champion.
Kai, sorry.
And Beth, every one of those kickouts is taking it out of Io Shirai, who continues to favor the left
Io
elbow.
Shirai has struggled to get moving out of the gate in this matchup, and Kai really looking good.
Beth, you've been a women's champion multiple times in your career. Do you think there is a danger that Io Shirai underestimated Dakota Kai and is maybe a little too confident?
I've said it many times. Winning the championship sometimes is not as difficult as maintaining it. At some point, you have to make sure you don't slide into complacency.
Right now, Dakota Kai looking anything but complacent, continuing the assault.
Dakota Kai's hungry.
Another cover, shoulders down, a near fall. Shirai almost retaining, and Dakota Kai mauling down the champion. Quickly into the cover, and another kick out by Io Shirai.
But to your point, Vic, with every single kick out, Shirai clutching that left elbow, possibly hyperextended. Nasty strikes by Kai.
And wisely, Dakota Kai focusing on the left elbow. Another submission center of the ring. And Graves, Dakota Kai has grounded the genius of the sky.
And I guarantee you that was Dakota's mindset from the outset. You want to take away the champion's best weapon, which is her aerial ability, but right now Dakota just torturing Io Shirai's
arm.
Be
careful to not get pinned here. She's got to keep that shoulder up.
Oh, referee in good position. And Dakota Kai, I don't think Dakota Kai, again, Corey, to your point with that left elbow, how much damage has been done to Io Shirai?
Only time will tell, but Dakota Kai has acquired the target and is just dismantling it. Whoa, looking for big kick.
Doesn't connect, and what a palm strike! And this is the moment now, Beth, for Io Shirai to regroup, maybe get some feeling back in the left arm, and start to mount some offense.
The NXT Universe solidly behind their women's champion, Io Shirai.
And now Shirai charging in, trying to string together some offense, trying to keep the momentum in her favor. Charging in and dropping Kai face first. Io Shirai now, Kai in her sights. NXT Women's Champion goes around.
619 with one arm.
But at what cost? You can see Io immediately favoring her arm once again.
To the top rope, drop kick connects.
Legs still work though.
Champion into the cover to retain the NXT Women's title. And Kai kicking out at 2. And you can see the pain etched on the face of Io Shirai.
Shirai uses that left arm so much in her offense for balance, gripping. Every offensive maneuver includes pain on herself.
Yeah, Io unable to muscle up Dakota. Standing switch.
Shirai though rolling through. Then double stomp to the midsection. And again, Io Shirai, every move that she successfully does to Dakota Kai, Shirai Io immediately grabs that left arm, now trying to beat Feeling back into it.
Shirai needing to shift that offense, do more leg kicks.
Trying to retain the NXT Women's title here tonight. Goes through him, so does Dakota Kai. Looking for a huge German suplex. You talk about a game changer in this matchup.
It's gonna be a game ender.
Kai sliding down again, trying to attempt. Dakota Kai trying to break the grip of Io Shirai. Shirai instead, down into the chest of Kai. Well, that was dangerously close.
Now the
for the champ.
Able to avert disaster in that particular instance. Dakota Kai finds her way back in the ring as we take another look at this. Nothing fancy, just 2 feet right to the heart.
Io Shirai into the cover now. Hook of the leg, and Dakota Kai kicking out, and Kai not only kicking out, transitioning right back into a submission on that injured left arm. Focusing on the left elbow. And now the shoulder joint as well. And it was Kai who said she was gonna kick Shirai over and over again.
Look at the change of demeanor on Io Shirai. Wow! That fighting spirit!
Io Shirai fired up now. Try answering with clubbing blows. Champion now. Picking up some momentum.
Scorpion kick on the mark. The champion is
Give the
rocked.
assist to the knee brace.
And now Dakota Kai. Trying to gain steam. No one there. A swing and a miss. Shirai now. Catching Kai. Looking for that German suplex. Reversal.
Gnarly.
Nasty landing. And now Dakota Kai again. No one there. And Shirai charges in. Wow! Second time. The champion absolutely relentless.
Io Shirai struggling through the pain.
And with one arm now, Io Shirai all the way to the top rope, and Dakota Kai out of desperation. Well scouted what Shirai can do when she takes flight.
You can still see Io Shirai favoring her left arm. I wonder if she was unable to mount the top rope as quickly as she would have liked. Obviously suffering the effects of the attack from Dakota Kai.
Now Kai looking to take advantage.
Well, Dakota Kai certainly, and Dakota Kai was gonna say certainly looking to take advantage indeed, but now Kai hung up.
So difficult to maintain balance.
Double stop.
Crushing impact to the chest of the challenger.
Champion crawling into the cover to retain the title, and again, Dakota Kai keeping her championship dreams alive. And Graves, you said it earlier, Io Shirai might not be the 100% with her arms, certainly is with her feet.
Like a dagger through the heart of Dakota Kai. Somehow Kai fights on, and even with one bad wing, Io Shirai still fighting.
But Shirai unable to get that leverage with that damaged arm in the pinfall attempt. Both of these women wearing the wounds of this battle.
And Shirai now. Double underhook. Looking to plant Dakota Kai center of the ring. Kai able to reverse with a headbutt. Kai holding on, and now,
2 knees to the spine,
the
cover.
chiropractor, is it enough to make Dakota Kai champion? And Shirai kicks out again, and quickly into the armbar. The injured left arm. Is Io Shirai gonna tap out? Are we gonna have a new NXT Women's Champion here at NXT TakeOver 30?
You can see Io attempting to shift her weight to minimize the pressure, but Dakota has this armbar locked in tight.
Right, trying to do anything. The champion desperate, trying to get out of the grips of Dakota Kai. Kai holding on. Io Shirai trying to break the hand grip, Graves, right now, but Io Shirai crawling. Kai not giving an inch, and Dakota Kai, look at her placement in between the ropes.
This is brilliant. This is great ring awareness by the challenger. Io Shirai with nowhere to go, desperately trying to maintain her grip and not submit.
The hyperextension on the elbow. Dakota Kai doing anything she can to hold on. Io Shirai doing anything she can to survive. Reaching out with her foot for the bottom rope is Io Shirai trying desperately with her feet to find the bottom rope, and the champion does so.
Io fights on, but at what cost? Dakota Kai came within seconds of snapping the champion's arm in two.
Io Shirai was in that armbar for an eternity.
Serious damage inflicted by the challenger. But Dakota Kai finished the job.
Shirai barely able to move or lift that arm.
Oh! Oof. And Shirai continuing to try to shake some feeling. And now Dakota Kai again. Oh! Was looking for another springboard. Got caught with the foot. Dakota Kai now trying to take advantage. What is Io Shirai turning things around? And the genies of the sky again looking to take flight. Ooh! And right to the injured left elbow goes Kai.
Intelligent offense by Dakota Kai has Io Shirai in trouble.
Oh no, that's how Kai became the #1 contender. Is this how Kai's gonna become NXT Women's Champion? And no, the left foot of Io Shirai. Wow, that was close.
You can see the frustration on the face of Dakota Kai. You're right. That was the maneuver that basically destroyed Rhea Ripley's face.
I'm not even sure Io Shirai had it in her to kick out.
Well, Io Shirai, presence of mind to get the left foot on the bottom rope. And at least continue to have a fighting chance here tonight as Dakota Kai. Whoa!
Champ puts on the brakes, but oh no!
But wait a minute, Shirai, German suplex.
Official.
No referee.
He's out cold, courtesy of a boot from Dakota Kai. Over the moonsault.
Shirai connected. There's no official.
This has got to be over.
There's no referee.
Count to 3, 4, 5.
Shirai realizing what has just happened, realizing the official. Well, no.
Raquel Gonzalez.
The insurance policy on the outside. Gonzalez plants the champion center of the ring. Oh no, come on. Not
No
like
way.
this.
Just like this.
Not like this.
This is how the world changes.
Come on, no. We're gonna have a new champion. Io kicked out. Gonzalez in disbelief. Dakota Kai in disbelief.
At this point, panic has got to be setting in for Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai's master plan is falling apart.
I mean, Beth, what has to be going through the mind of Dakota Kai now?
Complete panic. Plan XYZ, nothing has worked.
Dakota Kai again. This time, not successful. Crossface center of the ring. Io Shirai, though, only with one good arm. Can Io Shirai lock in the crossface? Is Kai gonna tap out? Dakota Kai reaching for the bottom rope. Dakota Kai so close with a champion. Looking to make Kai submit. Dakota Kai able to roll through the pressure. Oh! What a devastating knee. And Io Shirai, now finally, back up top. Genius of the sky takes flight, wipes out the opposition.
Like both of Io's knees caught Raquel right in the forehead.
The insurance policy has been nullified. Shirai to the top rope, looking for the second. Over the moonsault, got it. Shirai connects, cover. Io Shirai retains the NXT Women's title.
Your winner, and still the NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai.
What a hard-fought battle, Beth. for the NXT Women's Champion, Io Shirai.
Well, Dakota Kai certainly came to the table with a plan, did her best to execute it, but it was not enough to best the genius of the Sky.
Oh! Gonzalez from behind, flattening the champion.
Why do this?
But talk about a sore loser. Gets up. Hold the phone. Here comes Rhea Ripley.
Wow!
This is a stare down. This. Give me this. Give me all of this. Discretion's the better part of valor sometimes, particularly when you're face-to-face with the nightmare Rhea Ripley. But I don't think we've seen the last of this interaction.
Raquel Gonzalez has not taken her eyes off Rhea Ripley. But on this night, Ripley comes out for the moment to save the NXT Women's Champion, which Beth still Io Shirai.
See moments during this matchup where the level of competition was unbelievable. The referee evading him, taking a knee to the face, unfortunately.
And Raquel Gonzalez would rear her head and nearly put Io through the ring with a hellacious powerbomb. Put Dakota Kai in position, wake up the official, and it doesn't get any closer than this without the bell ringing.
Well, the plan was executed, but it wasn't executed perfectly, as Io Shirai would show the heart and spirit of a champion, taking to the air, sticking to her MO and her scout report, wiping out anything that moves with this beautiful over-the-moon salt, which connected not once, but twice in the matchup. Second time was the charm, and Io Shirai retains the women's title here in NXT TakeOver 30.
We have been caged, isolated. We have been waiting. But finally the time has come for our return.
From BT Sports Studios in the heart of London.
Der Ring General returns.
Did you miss me?
NXT UK returns.
Witness rise. It's time for our return. NXT UK returns this September. Mama's coming home.
Oh, man, see.
There is special. And then there's Tommaso Ciampa.
Well, I, for one, cannot wait for the return of Tommaso Ciampa. But Graves, check out who's in the house.
One half of the reigning SmackDown Tag Team Champions alongside Shinsuke Nakamura. Cesaro is in the house. The Swiss Superman fresh off a victory last night in the WWE Thunderdome.
Excuse me, Damian Priest. Congratulations. Can I get a comment on winning the NXT North American Championship tonight?
Mackenzie, if you want a comment, you're going to have to stick around and party, because right now the new North American champion is going to celebrate. Ladies, let's party.
Congrats!
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, certainly a celebration for Damian Priest, but I don't think it'll be the same sort of celebration for the winner of our next matchup, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross. This is what we have been waiting for, the showdown for the NXT Championship.
The Great American Bash, home to the historic Clash of Champions. Keith Lee dedicating the biggest match of his career to his trainer, Killer Tim Brooks, who passed away last week. Powerbomb by Keith Lee. This could be get you. And Cole now looking for the. Oh my God, he got it. This has to begin history in the Great American. How the hell did we kick out of that? Cole is dead weight. Keith Lee can feel it. Keith Lee can taste it. Keith Lee with the big, big catastrophe.
Each day, man attempts to climb the mountain. But only when he reaches the top can he see he's been climbing a volcano. A volcano waiting to erupt. Tick-tock, Mr. Lee.
If I could have my wasted days back, would I use them to get back on track? Stop to warm that karma's burning, or look ahead but keep on turning. Do I have the strength to know how I'll go? Can I find it inside to deal with what I shouldn't know?
Tick-tock.
Karrion Kross is good, but he's not Keith Lee. Tick-tock. Last week, Karrion Kross smashed the back of my head on the concrete. Tonight, I'm gonna smash him.
Dijakovic trying to topple Karrion Kross.
Dijakovic is locked up.
What's he What's he thinking of? God, no! Oh my God!
No!
Cares about Dijakovic more than him. This has to be breaking Keith Lee's heart.
Look at it, Keith! Look at it! Up in the air! Oh, my lifestyle determines my death style. A rising tide that pushes to the other side. I keep searching, keep on searching. This search goes on and on. Tick, 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 tock, tick, 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 tock, tick, 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 tock, tick, 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 tick.
Kross, I'm calling you out.
Man to man. Pick the time and place, and I will whoop that ass.
We could be looking into the eyes of the next NXT champion.
Not if this man has anything to say about it.
For he is limitless.
It no doubt has been the summer best of Keith Lee.
Not just the summer, Vic, but all of 2020. Keith Lee started off the year by beating Roderick Strong for the North American Championship. He faced off with Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble, and then he dethroned Adam Cole at the Great American Bash. If Keith Lee's the superhero we've always wanted, Karrion Kross is the super villain we've always feared.
And this summer, Keith Lee also became the first double champion in NXT history. But Corey, Keith Lee has never faced anyone like Karrion Kross.
You're absolutely right. Beth mentioned superhero. If Keith Lee is Superman, Karrion Kross may very well live up to the name Doomsday.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the NXT Championship! Introducing the challenger, accompanied by Scarlett, from Sin City, weighing in at 265 pounds, Karrion Kross! His opponent, from Wichita Falls, Texas, weighing in at 340 pounds, he is the NXT Champion, Keith Lee!
Lee and Kross have not taken their eyes off one another, and we are moments away from the main event here at NXT TakeOver 30 for the NXT Championship.
Two true heavyweights colliding, and Keith Lee gets the best of that exchange.
Certainly does. You got to think, Corey, everything Keith Lee has gone through this summer, everything Lee has gone through at the hands of Karrion Kross. Kross taking out his best friend in Dominic Dijakovic, even recently sending him to a local medical facility. Keith Lee is fired up for this match.
No doubt about it. I don't know that Karrion Kross was expecting this side of Keith Lee this early.
I don't think Karrion Kross has ever been hit like that before.
Ooh, another clubbing blow, and now to the body. Keith Lee is just dropping haymakers into Karrion Kross.
Big heavy lefts to the body.
Karrion Kross has said he's not human.
Oh,
but Keith Lee might have something to say about that.
Kross trying to answer back, and another left hand by Keith Lee. And Lee again, Corey, going right to the body and now going up top on Karrion Kross.
This is about more than the NXT Championship. This is personal. Keith Lee bringing the big fight to Karrion Kross. But as we've learned over the past several weeks, Karrion Kross can take a beating like no other. The man's got grit.
And now Lee charging in, leaving his feet, and a cross body.
Keith Lee might have just knocked the grit out of Karrion Kross.
Wow.
Basket his ass!
A cross to the outside, and early on, Corey, as you mentioned, advantage champion.
Keith Lee realizing he's got to maintain the advantage.
And Lee now using his environment to his advantage in this championship matchup.
And we are not used to seeing this from Karrion Kross.
Ooh. You're absolutely right, Beth. It's rare if you ever see Karrion Kross retreat in any capacity, let alone roll out of the ring to stay out of harm's way.
Both these superstars, referee count up to 5 again. Karrion Kross realizing it can only win the NXT Championship on pinfall or submission inside the ring. And Kross, though, with that unbridled intensity. Oh, and another forearm. And now, and Kross tasting that plexiglass, and now Keith Lee was looking to deliver a haymaker.
The hammer fist just busted the plexiglass. Almost like an excited Kross.
Yeah, this is the type of fight that these two superstars are relishing in right now.
They're decimating the NXT arena.
Well, what about the arm? I think the left arm of Keith Lee was caught between the plexiglass and the guardrail.
go, inside.
Cross realizing it now.
There's a sly smile on the face of the challenger, realizing that his prey is wounded.
And Karrion Kross has put a bullseye on the body of Keith Lee.
You see the calculated, precise attack, each and every strike to the joint. But look how difficult it is to pull that massive arm of Keith Lee back into a submission.
Keith Lee center of the ring, you can see the pain on Keith Lee's face, but to Ben's point, Corey, Keith Lee still has a lot of strength in his body. How much damage could have been done as now Keith Lee going to the ear, trying anything he can to break free.
Listen, Keith Lee's got plenty of strength left in his body, but Karrion Kross is intent on draining Lee of any strength, any power, any will. Karrion Kross wants to be NXT
Well, if
champion.
there's one thing that's limitless about Keith Lee, it's his will.
Keith Lee in an agonizing position right now, having his elbow hyperextended.
But look at the strength of Keith Lee. Lee has broken the grip of Karrion Kross. Lee trying to get back to his feet, but Kross continuing to try to hyperextend the left elbow of the champion.
Keith Lee is hurting, doing everything he can to create some space.
But again, Lee favoring the left arm, and now Karrion Kross just ripping Lee to the mat. And Corey, how many men have been able to yank Keith Lee to the mat that quickly?
Cover here by Kross.
Championship on the line.
I don't know that I can give you an answer, Vic, but look at the eyes of Karrion Kross, a look of almost shock that Keith Lee kicked out so quickly.
Kross quickly having his face go from shock back to determination, and now Kross relentless on top of the champion. And this, Beth, is the pace that Karrion Kross likes. Slow and methodical.
This is definitely where Kross is at his most dangerous. Like, imagine what Kross endured earlier in this match and now is still able to lay on the heat. Vic.
And can't forget Keith Lee, who went to the outside, maybe a little overzealous in following. Kross got his arm caught in that guardrail, but now the strength on display. Kross slipping down the back, going right back to work on a submission, and Keith Lee right into the turnbuckle, left shoulder first.
And notice that Karrion Kross is attacking different points of Keith Lee's left arm. He's hit the shoulder, he's attacked the elbow, he's worked on the wrist. Karrion Kross wants to completely incapacitate the champion.
Talk to me. We can stop
For a
this,
second time.
Talk to me. No? Okay.
Keith Lee.
And I don't think there's any quit in Keith Lee, who swung again with a haymaker, couldn't connect, but now into the steel post.
The entire locker room, the NXT Universe, has such great respect for Keith Lee. He's a leader.
Covered by Kross, championship on the line, and Lee powering out at 2.
I'm going to make an exception to your point. Cover
another
here.
cover. And again, Lee able to kick out at 1.
This isn't about respect if you're Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross cares only about himself, Scarlett, and the NXT Championship.
Shoulder down again for just a moment. And look at the body positioning right now, Graves, of Karrion Kross.
Kross maintaining control of Keith Lee's arm, using his own body weight to keep the champion pinned and inflict more damage.
And now Keith Lee finding himself in the same deep waters that his friend Dominic Dijakovic found himself in. Karrion Kross imposing his will.
And Kross, just the intensity oozing through his eyes and just wrenching now on the left elbow of Keith Lee. Lee has been immobilized in this championship matchup.
And Kross intensifying the pain by grabbing those fingers as well.
Scarlett looking on. Could the sands of time be running out on Keith Lee? Keith Lee trying to feed off the energy here of those in the NXT universe, but it's Karrion Kross continuing to try to hold on. But look at Keith Lee, Lee trying to get to his feet, and one clubbing elbow from Karrion Kross stops the champion.
Nearly turned Keith Lee's lights clean out. Keith looks like he's been through hell at this point.
Ooh!
That's a good way to separate a shoulder.
That won't just separate a shoulder, that'll divorce it, Beth.
And now again, Kross right back onto Keith Lee. And continuing to maintain focus, as you mentioned, Corey, different parts, the elbow, the shoulder, even trying to manipulate the hand and the joint in the fingers.
You take away one of Keith Lee's arms, you severely limit the champion's options as far as offense goes. That's not to say it makes it impossible, but it's going to make it damn difficult for the champion to retain with one good arm, especially against a competitor the caliber of Karrion Kross.
I don't know, an angry Keith Lee with one arm is just as dangerous as a man with two.
But the determination that made Keith Lee the first ever double champion in this brand's history is the same spirit that is fighting through Keith Lee now.
Keith Lee, one of the most resilient competitors.
Lee trying to get to his feet. The champion trying to make his way back up. Just shrugging off. Kross for a moment. Ooh. With one arm, Keith Lee trying to fight back. But Corey, how much behind Keith Lee's right hands at this point?
It doesn't look like there's much at all. But that said, a half-effective Keith Lee punches. Whoa, tougher than most. But look at this, beautiful takedown, looking for the armbar.
Now the armbar locked in. Kross again looking for a submission. Karrion Kross is focused on the left arm of Keith Lee throughout this matchup. Could Kross be focusing on getting this submission, trying to break the grip of Keith Lee? Lee is holding on with everything he's got left.
It's Kross.
Keith Lee cannot let his hands break, Ben. Keith Lee's got to hold on.
If Kross can get an extension on that elbow, this could be over.
Keith Lee, the champion, hanging on for dear life, has his fingers locked. Got to be careful not to count himself out, have his shoulders pinned down to the mat. Karrion Kross adjusting his body position for maximum leverage.
Kross continuing to try to leverage, and now look at the right foot, trying to break the grip. The hand's breaking. Lee rolling over, shoulders down to Kross, and Kross had to relinquish the hold for a moment, but quickly able to grab back on. Almost has a triangle.
It's great jiu-jitsu by Karrion Kross, who also needs to be mindful of his own shoulders. Could be looking to transition into a triangle while the armbars.
There's no way. Corey and Beth, there's no way. Keith Lee. Oh! Just lifting up 250 plus pounds.
The champion bought himself some valuable time, but can Lee turn the tides?
Let's take a look at this display of superhero strength from Keith Lee.
Boom! And now Keith Lee having to find the will at this point. With one arm, Keith Lee looking over at Karrion Kross, the NXT champion, rising to his feet. And here comes Lee. First right hand staggered Kross. Second one rocked the challenger. And now, a left forearm in.
Rocked Kross. Karrion Kross on spaghetti legs. Keith Lee trying to summon some sort of power inside.
Another left. Keith Lee could be looking for the knockout blow. Kross is rocked.
Lee smells victory.
Lee with just one arm, charging in, rocking the challenger once again. And a second time, Lee follows up. Lee tucking the clothesline, coming back. What goes up must come down. Lee falls into the cover to retain, and Kross able to kick out at 2.5. And you see the sense of almost being overwhelmed by Scarlett, but here we go. Boom, that big power slam. Almost retained the title for Keith Lee.
We have seen Karrion Kross absorb almost inhuman amounts of punishment in the past. Keith Lee is aware. Keith Lee knows this is going to have to go to the next level to knock off Karrion Kross. But does Keith Lee have the ability? Does Keith have enough left in the tank?
Oh! What a forearm by the challenger. And now Kross, just getting out of the way of Lee. Keith Lee, though, you talked about continuing to absorb punishment, Graves. Keith Lee showing he can absorb some as well. And now, looking for that doomsday.
Pump the brakes.
Block kick connect. Another kick connects.
Karrion Kross is lethal.
DDT! Shoots the
That might be it. That might be it. Lee's out.
Cover. Title on the line. Lee able to kick out again at 2. The champion still with fight.
And Scarlett furious and frustrated that Keith Lee continues to kick out.
The intensity in the eyes of the challenger now focusing in on Keith Lee. Kross could be closing in on the championship. And again, Karrion Kross. Oh, and once more, Keith Lee sensing that Doomsday Saito suplex. Does Kross have enough to hoist up Lee?
I wonder how much is behind the left elbows from Keith Lee after the damage inflicted by Kross, but the headbutt right to the jaw of the challenger.
Certainly was enough behind that headbutt. And now, Keith Lee, does he have enough to hoist up Kross suplex?
But can Lee follow it up?
Champion into the cover and a kick out by Kross.
Look at this power this late in the game after everything that he has endured. Keith Lee may truly be limitless, trying to find a way to fight back into this NXT Championship match.
Imagine all of the emotions running through the veins of Keith Lee, everything Karrion Kross has done to him coming up to this moment.
And that's the advantage that Karrion Kross possesses. This isn't about emotion. Kross is cold. Kross is emotionless. Kross is calculated. He's an assassin. Keith Lee's gonna have to overcome.
And both has been taken out of so much been taken out of both these superstars, as now Keith Lee trying to hoist up Karrion Kross. With that moment hesitation, maybe because of the left arm, opens the door, and Karrion Kross just took Lee off his feet, into the cover. Do we have a new champion? And again, Lee's inside on shoulder just gets off the mat.
Wow. Take a look at that.
Let's take another look at that. Yes, please. Full speed ahead, extra momentum. And a thunderous lariat puts the champion down. Keith Lee looks to me like he realizes his days as NXT champion are over. Keith Lee is in the 11th hour. His championship reign is on the precipice of being doomed.
You are wrong to count Keith Lee out.
Keith Lee trying to fight back with whatever he may have left, but Karrion Kross, to Graves' point, keeps on coming, keeps on moving forward as Lee answers back with a left forearm.
Just look at the body language. Keith Lee looks like he's been fighting for 2 hours. Karrion Kross still looks fresh.
Keith Lee will dig deep and find that resolve. He always does. There isn't a mountain he can't climb.
Swing and a miss, and now Kross over and over again with his forearms. The champion down to a knee. Kross wearing out Keith Lee. But wait a minute, Lee just took out Karrion Kross.
I don't know where Keith Lee got it from, or if it was enough.
The second and third win for Keith Lee in this matchup. Both superstars are down. Pivotal point here in this NXT Championship matchup.
Look at this, it was desperate, but it certainly was effective. Keith Lee nearly decapitating the challenger with a lariat, but it's still not enough. Keith Lee hasn't moved since he connected with the clothesline.
Scarlett just clawing at the mat, screaming at Karrion Kross to rise.
Both superstars getting back to their feet.
These two titans have been through a war.
And now Kross charging in. Lee able to sidestep the kick. Lee answers with a forearm, and Kross answers back.
The striking ability of Karrion Kross is next level.
Whoa. And now
whoa!
There's that Doomsday Saito suplex. Is that going to be enough to put Keith Lee away? Oh, man!
Keith Lee barely surviving The Saito suplex of the challenger, Karrion Kross. Let's take another look at this unholy display of power from the challenger, dumping Keith Lee across his neck and shoulders.
The suplexorcist doing what he does best.
And now, Karrion Kross could be sensing his moment. Could be sensing that Keith Lee, center of the ring, and now looking for the cross jacket. The cross jacket submission, which is putting out everyone, including Keith Lee's best friend, Dominik Dijakovic.
But is Kross able to cinch it in? Keith Lee's got a thicker neck than most human beings. Kross struggling to get the full pressure.
Lee seems to be fading though, Corey. Beth Lee seems to be fading. Karrion Kross could be squeezing the championship away from Keith Lee.
And a sinister grin on the face of the challenger as he feels the breath being squeezed from the champion's body.
Lee might be out. Keith Lee might be out in the center of the ring. Referee checking on the champion.
Lee's...
Kross realizing there's fight left in Keith Lee.
A look of disbelief on the face of Karrion Kross. Keith Lee trying to find a way, trying to stay in this, trying to keep his dream alive.
Look at the eyes now of Keith Lee as Kross is really now cinched in that cross jacket.
This might just be an exercise in futility for Keith Lee.
Lee trying to drag.
The lights are on, but no one's home.
Lee is so close to that bottom rope and made it. And maybe for a moment, just a moment, Keith Lee has extended his championship reign.
I'm calling it now. Keith Lee is simply delaying the inevitable. Karrion Kross has been an absolute terminator tonight, and Keith Lee looks like he's out of his depth.
There is no quit in Keith Lee.
Maybe there should be.
Let's hope Karrion Kross is not taking Lee lightly in this moment.
Time and time again, it's been Keith Lee that has shown the heart of a champion, has shown the grit of a true leader. And now Keith Lee trying everything he's got left. He may not realize where he's at, but the champion has enough left in the tank possibly to put down Karrion Kross. Looking for that spirit bomb. Keith Lee trying to connect center of the ring to retain the title. Oh, Kross just rolling free. Relief over the face of Scarlett. Pain over the face of Karrion Kross. And determination starting to be etched on the face of Keith Lee. Dragging over the challenger. I mean, Corey, is this wise?
No way in hell Keith Lee has enough left in the tank to deliver whatever he's intending.
Lee going to the top rope, Kross.
Grabbing the ankle of the champion, preventing Keith Lee from whatever he's looking for.
Cut him off with a pass. But here, again, Kross to the left elbow goes the challenger. Lee trying anything he can to create separation.
Corey, there's a reason why they call Keith Lee the moment maker.
Keith Lee better figure out how to make himself a moment in short order. This is a dangerous situation for these two bulls to be perched upon the ropes.
These two superstars been throwing haymakers since the opening bell. Kross, the challenger, Keith Lee, the champion, all the way to the top. Oh no, wait a minute. Again, that's gotta be it.
That is it.
Into the cover goes Kross. Do we have a new champion? Oh! Karrion Kross!
Your winner and new NXT champion, Karrion Kross!
Karrion Kross has ended the reign of Keith Lee. And a stunned silence has come over everyone here at Full Sail University. Beth, I can't believe what we just witnessed, but let's go back to some of the moments in this matchup.
Keith Lee dug deep, so many moments in this matchup, operating on pure heart.
Well, heart alone was not enough to topple the threat of Karrion Kross, who was prepared for war and delivered tonight.
Take nothing away from Keith Lee, who continued to fight, but Karrion Kross would continue to keep moving forward in this matchup, using everything in his way to be able to take out Keith Lee, everything he had in his arsenal. Even Keith Lee was shocked in this moment, hit this huge spirit powerbomb, center of the ring, which Keith Lee, Corey, has put away superstars, but not tonight.
So many, but not tonight, and this is where it all came to an end. The Doomsday Saito suplex from the second rope.
And take another look, Beth, off that middle turnbuckle. Karrion Kross putting away Keith Lee.
And what a heartbreaking moment for Keith Lee as Karrion Kross stands tall.
Doomsday has descended.
Well, tonight, Keith Lee indeed has fallen. We all need to pray for NXT.